Hello all, and welcome here to the Onion Man's rooftop 2 out of cow caravan of treasure. And sometimes barred, the streak continues. It's never going to end, but I am excited for this one, though. Sorry, that is excitement in my voice. It is the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive, Doctor Strange. Came out a while back, actually. Has been sitting here. Of course, like everything else has been sitting here. Um, but I like it. It's a classic kind of Doctor Strange. Is it a perfect classic Doctor Strange? Probably not, but it looks good, close enough for me. Um, yeah, I like it. He looks great just in the box like this. Yeah, and if you're not familiar, this was a Walmart exclusive. I pre-ordered it. It's funny. The day I'm opening this, earlier today, I got an email from Walmart about a Marvel Legends exclusive. It's the classic comic book Star-Lord, and mine got canceled. It's funny because the reason I say it's funny is because I always praised Walmart's online ordering. I know a lot of people don't like it. I was having good, like fantastic luck with Walmart pre-orders forever. Anything I ever pre-ordered, it came in on time, great. Whether it was some of the WWE stuff I pre-ordered, Marvel Legends exclusives, McFarlane exclusives, anything, it was always perfect. And on the day I am unboxing the Walmart Doctor Strange, Walmart, for the first time, I have an issue and they cancel my Star-Lord, my classic Marvel Legends Star-Lord. That sucks, man. Hopefully it goes back in stock and maybe it'll pop up in a Walmart. I've had really good luck finding exclusives in my Walmart, so I'm hoping I do. But on to Doctor Strange here. Yeah, I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. I don't talk a lot about it because it's kind of one of those things where I think a lot of people really just view the MCU Doctor Strange and think, yeah, that's Doctor Strange. Don't get me wrong. I love the MCU version of Doctor Strange. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's a fantastic Doctor Strange. Um, and my cousin sent me the hot toy and everything that I got all emotional about. But go back and read older 70s Doctor Strange comics, early 80s. There is some crazy cosmic stuff going on in there. He fights like Lovecraftian great ones, like these Cthulhu monsters, all kinds of stuff. It is just wild, wacky, cosmic Doctor Strange, and I love it. Um, and then in more recent years, oh yeah, also just if you never have, pick up a trade of What Is It That Disturbs You, Stephen? I won't go into spoilers, but just trust me, it's great. And then you kind of get into the more recent years. I like Jason Aaron's Doctor Strange run. I'm ranting here, apologies. Where he kind of reveals that magic is a bit of a finite resource, or at least certain types of magic. And Doctor Strange has kind of run out of magic. His time is up here. And it's around that time, I think, that we get the Doctor Voodoo stuff where Brother Voodoo became the Sorcerer Supreme, which was really cool. Brother Voodoo, highly underrated character. Um, all that cool stuff. But anyway, and like, that's kind of where I remember the axe from the most. I know he uses an axe in some of the old stuff, but I remember it a lot from that run specifically. Um, and also this art style here on the back, here's the back of the box if you want to take a look, kind of reminds me of the Jason Aaron run. So I think that might be what this is actually from. I could be wrong on that. We'll find out, I guess. Um, anyway, and then after that, I didn't really get into any more strange stuff. But recently, if you've seen my journey into monthlies, I love the new one. I've only read the first two issues, but Mark Waid is doing a no, it's not Mark Waid. Apologies. Who is it? I don't know why I said Mark Waid. Anyway, that's why Alex Ross, Mark Waid, Kingdom Come. I had a whole mix up there. Alex Ross is doing the covers. Apologies, I can't remember the writer's name at the moment. But the first two issues have been great. I look forward to getting the third one. So I'm going to keep it up. It's been pretty fun. A lot of cosmic-y kind of stuff, kind of harkening back to that old school Doctor Strange. And I like it. So enough of my jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get into this awesome looking figure. Yeah, like I said, I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. He's I don't know where I would rank him. Marvel heroes, I've always gone through phases. For people who don't know, my first favorite Marvel character of all time is actually Colossus of the X-Men. I just thought he was cool. He was this big metal badass of the X-Men, and I liked him. And over time, I learned to like the X-Men in general a lot. Um, later on, I became a big Wolverine fan. I love Hank McCoy. I love Beast. Nightcrawler. Magneto is probably one of my favorite villains of all time in any comic book, DC or Marvel. Um, and then you kind of get into other stuff with, like, I was a big Hulk fan early in my comic book love. Um, I mainly because you could find old Peter David Hulk issues really cheap at, like, even gas stations had them for a while there. I remember finding some at different gas stations and everything. There was other stuff that you could find, or other places you could find them. I remember finding them at my local library here. They had them in a little section. You couldn't check them out. You had to put them back. Stuff like that. So I became a big Hulk fan. Um, what else was there? Daredevil. I've always been a big fan of Daredevil. Of course, I like Spider-Man and stuff. My favorite character these days is probably Captain America, I would say. Batman, I love Nightwing over in DC. Big Superman fan. I love All-Star Superman especially. Superman for all seasons, underrated. There's a story for you, Jeff Loeb. Who else? A lot of characters. Underneath all that are, like, what I always considered the more obscure characters that I didn't just like, but I loved. If I were to write out a list, they'd be, like, in my top 10 because of how obscure but awesome they are. On the DC side of things, it's characters like Swamp Thing. I love Swamp Thing. Not so much John Constantine, because I always think of Vertigo John Constantine, Hellblazer. But Swamp Thing, I'm a massive fan of Swamp Thing. And on the Marvel side, equally Man-Thing, but Doctor Strange. I always considered Doctor Strange one of those characters. I know he's popular now, but he wasn't always. So, I have a lot of love for comic book Doctor Strange. So, it is what it is. Sorry for my rant. I wanted to go on a bit of a soapbox before I unbox this and express my love of Doctor Strange. Kind of a cool little backdrop on the inside of the box you could use for some figure photography if you wanted. He's got a lot of stuff, so let's get into this. This is why I didn't want to do a short. Kind of similar to some other videos where I'll do one figure and express my love of why I like this character. That's why I wanted to do this. There's that axe. A lot of cool detail on it too. Let's put this down here. I like that it's all cracked up and kind of broken. It's actually pretty evened out too. Might see if I can straighten out the blades a little bit, but they're not bad at all. Now this is something that I outright will tell you I forgot the name of. I know it's an important little thing, and I totally forgot the name. A lot of cool detail though. Is that is it the staff of Agamotto or whatever, or the staff of? No, that's the eye of Agamotto. It's the staff thing, right? I could be wrong on that. We got some magic effects. They look a little different from the ones we had. Dropped them. They look a little bit different from the ones we had before, but pretty much similar, very similar. So, not enough to really warrant much there. Looks like we've got some alternate hands. He comes with his, like, magic hands already equipped. They're still connected to the tape, but he's got a closed-fisted hand and an open hand for the axe. Obviously, in case you want to ask Doctor Strange what is it that disturbs him. See what I did there. Anyway. Comes the blue head. Once again, not going to lie to you. I'm unfamiliar with this. I wish I could tell you right off the bat that I know. I know it's from something, but I can't remember what it is. It looks like the Silver Surfer head we've seen, but painted blue with green eyes. I'm sure that's something. It's an alternate head. I don't know if it's for another character. Kind of like how I remember Professor X came with the... oh, God. What was his name? That crappy X-Men villain. But you could put it on the Kingpin body. That's what that head was meant for. I wonder if that's what that is. Like, it's meant for something else. We have, like, a closed eyes meditating head. It's a great comic book Doctor Strange head with the gray hair on the sides. I'll go more into it here in a minute when I look at the regular head that's already equipped, but I'll explain it here in a minute. Hold on. Let me get him out. Whoa, something fell. Oh, a piece of plastic. Okay. Okay, that actually was easier than I expected. A couple things to note that I'm a little disappointed in right off the bat. I wish he was pinless. He's got pinless arms, but not pinless legs. That kind of sucks. I have a feeling he's going to have some trouble standing with this cape too, but hopefully it's not too bad. Here we go. First things first. Yeah, see, pin legs, pinless arms. Weird. Either way, I like the mold on everything. The legs are reuse, which kind of sucks. That's my complaint I was talking about a minute ago. I wish the legs were a little bit more of a mold. He's got those like kind of like Spider-Man legs, where the feet look like they might be a little too big. So that's kind of my one complaint right out of the box. I love the leopard cheetah print going on the gloves. I wish that's something the MCU would do. They kind of did it in Thor Ragnarok and his little cameo in that, but I wish they'd kept it. The cape, I think you could have done, yes, the all red cape is great, but I think you could have filled in the designs here on the edge of the cape, on like the lining. It's got some swirlies and some lines, but I don't know. You could probably put a wash on that and it would actually fill it in pretty decently. So not too big of an issue if you fix it. Decent articulation for what he is. The cape, it's big, it's high, it's got that comic book kind of Spawn look to it. I like it. Let's see if we can just get him to stand decently here. He stands. I thought the cape would be a little challenging, but yeah, he's good. Here's what I meant about the head. There you can see the head. He's got the big mustache. You got the pointy eyebrows, the gray hair, everything. Right out the gate, like I know for maybe younger fans you won't get this, but this Doctor Strange outright reminds me of classic Doctor Strange, which in turn always reminds me of Vincent Price. If you were casting old 40s and 50s and 40s to 60s, let's just use that range, golden age actors to play comic book characters, Vincent Price is my first choice to play Doctor Strange. Straight up. I don't care what anybody says. And Gregory Peck would be Batman in the DC universe. Let's just be real here. Alex Ross kind of draws old Batman like Gregory Peck anyways. It's kind of cool. So there you go. But he is fantastic. I like everything this is doing here. He's got the hands. I do wish the leopard print extended to the hands of the gloves. That's a bit of a off thing. You could probably paint those on, so it is what it is. Yeah, he looks great. I like it. I like it a lot. There's some pretty solid detail actually on the little like medallion on the cape too, if you can tell. And it's like a little worn too, where the eye opens up. So, yeah, he's cool. I like it. I like Doctor Strange a lot. Again, he's not a character I talk a lot about because I feel like if I do, most people are just going to try to compare it to the MCU Doctor Strange. And I just encourage people who are not familiar with Doctor Strange to go read the old stuff. Go read, like I said, What Is It That Disturbs You, Stephen? That's great. There's so many one-shot Doctor Strange stories from the 70s that are fantastic, where he's just fighting cosmic monsters, that are really cool. And it's got such a pulp science fiction feel to it. It's amazing. Fantasy mixed with science fiction. It's a perfect mix. And then if you want modern stuff, check out Jason Aaron. Check out the Alex Ross cover book right now. I apologize. I don't remember the writer right now. And I'm gonna kick myself in the ass later when I remember. But check out Jason Aaron's run; it's pretty good. I've heard Matt Fraction's run's decent. He did a run, right? I think it was Matt Fraction. I might be wrong on that. And the new run right now, it's only 2 issues in, but it's shaping up to be really good. So there you go. Yeah, I like this figure a lot. Even with some of the little minor issues, it's got so much going for it. And even when figures have minor issues, it comes with so much stuff, it's like a positive. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I love it. So yeah, cool. Glad to have it. I wish my Walmart exclusive Star-Lord hadn't been canceled. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You do not have to if you don't want to, but I appreciate anybody who does. And I will catch you guys in the next video.